From the NWTV studios on the campus of Northwestern Oklahoma State University, this is 7 News.
Hello, and thank you for choosing NWTV today. I'm Megan Spray.
And I'm Jaxie Cloud. Here's a look at this week's top headlines. This Saturday, some Northwestern alumni were honored as outstanding graduates at the 2026 Foundation and Alumni Banquet. One of these alumni was Dr. Cheryl Evans, who was awarded in the education category. We had a chance to speak with her about what this honor meant to her.
Well, I was really surprised when I got the call, and I am so honored. I just, so many great educators come from Northwestern, and so I'm just pleased. But what it did for me is bring back a lot of memories, because I got to rethink all the people through the years who've been an important part of my life.
She also took a moment to share some advice for current Northwestern students. Here's what she had to say about reaching out to campus community for support.
Relationships are what matter, and people at Northwestern take an interest in you, who you are, and they do whatever they can to help you succeed. And that's your classmates, your teachers, the administrators. If you just ask, and sometimes when you don't ask, people are going to give you a helping hand. I am a lifetime Ranger. Ride, Rangers, ride!
The Spring Alumni Reunion Banquet and Program is an annual event to honor Northwestern graduates in distinct categories each year.
Northwestern alum Connie Sturgeon will deliver the commencement address during the university's spring commencement ceremony on Saturday, May 9th. The Woodward native graduated from Northwestern in 1986 with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology. Upon graduation, Sturgeon began her 39-year career as a Chick-fil-A operator with a restaurant in Oakwood Mall in April 1987. She has been awarded numerous state and national marketing awards within the Chick-fil-A Corporation, including their highest honor, the Symbol of Excellence. Her leadership was essential in developing Enid's freestanding restaurant, which opened in December 2013.
On March 13, 1956, a woman was found dead inside her car that had crashed into a fence on a county road near Avard, just southwest of Alva. The car had caught fire. Many speculate foul play in the death of Mildred Newland Reynolds, but others believe it was just an accident.
And wouldn't say that it wasn't an accident, but there was enough information to make you think there could possibly be foul play, but at the same time it could be an accident. There was a lot of speculation, but there were no serious leads.
This is Woods County resident Terry Booty, who was just 10 years old at the time of the event.
We out here in rural northwest Oklahoma, we're not used to crime scenes. As a kid, it really scared me. I didn't want to go out at night. It was pretty frightening, even though they didn't just positively say, well, she was murdered.
Some of the reasons people believe foul play was involved have been disproven over the years. They originally suspected arson, as the car was hotter than it would get without an accelerant. It was later proven that brake fluid, which was found in the car, could leave the car in that state. Another reason people suspect foul play is because articles of her clothing were found in the fields nearby the scene.
Shoes were found outside the car, in a distance from it. Do we know? There's nobody that can explain unless you were there. If the car caught on fire and she got out, but then panicked thinking she needed something out of the car, could she have left a shoe behind running back to get something out of the car? Yes. But we will never know. That's the bad part.
I asked Woods County Sheriff Randy McCullough what leads people to believe that there could have been foul play involved if all of these things have been disproven over the years.
I guess the way they mapped out the scene at the time and documented the way she turned around, she backed into or pulled into a tree. There's just nothing. There's nothing hard evidence of any one piece of evidence that leads to just that the overall story. They just don't have the answers, I guess.
It has been 70 years since Newland Reynolds' death. The anniversary has sparked new interest in this cold case.
Northwestern athletes were recognized at the Northwestbies, the annual sports banquet, on Monday night. I had a chance to talk to 3 of Northwestern's highest award winners from the evening, where they shared with me what the recognition meant to them.
And the winner for Coach of the Year is Tasha Dieselholm.
It feels great, and really it's a testament to the girls on the team. You know, they won the games. I didn't score any points, so I was blessed to coach a great group of girls, and that's just a reflection of the season we had because of them.
And the winner for the Female Athlete of the Year is Kyra Bass.
It feels pretty amazing. Like I said, I keep repeating this, but I really just had something to prove last year, and so I really wanted to make my mark at Northwestern, and I feel like I definitely did that.
And the winner for the Male Athlete of the Year goes to Logan.
Feels great. It feels great. I've worked all year for it. I worked all year last year for it, and this is what I do it for.
Years of hard work and dedication to a sport is an incredible accomplishment that's worth celebrating. While some Rangers are wrapping up their seasons and careers, others are heading towards the postseason to compete for a conference championship.
Northwestern will see a change in leadership for the next academic year. As we've reported, Dr. Steve Meyer is taking over as Vice President for Academic Affairs upon Dr. James Bell's retirement. Dr. Roxy James, the current chair of the English, Foreign Language, and Humanities Department, has been named the new Dean of Faculty. She will replace Meyer when he steps into his VP role.
I thought I was in a good place where I could advocate for faculty the same way I advocate for students, and I thought, why not? Northwestern is very supportive of almost everything that, I do, my department does, and so they are also equally supportive when I said that I wanted to give it a try. I understand that I'm not going to come in and make any sweeping changes. I just kind of want to have transparency, making sure faculty and students feel that they can come and talk to me, right? I know I'm stepping into I have some big shoes to fill, following behind Dr. Bell and Dr. Meyer, who are both deans, and I hope I can do the job half as well as they did.
Dr. James will officially assume her new role as Dean of Faculty on July 1st, the same day Dr. Meyer moves into his new role.
Finals week is almost here. We went around campus to find out whether students are hitting the books for their final exams or relying on Ranger spirit to carry them through the last weeks of school.
Yes, I study for finals.
And I also study for finals.
For finals, I usually will study 3 days ahead if I can, just depending on what it is. And I'll study my harder classes more often. And usually I'll just have anime on, and I'll just be in bed rewriting everything down, and that's how I study.
That's kind of how I study too, because it helps me remember things better after I write it down. After I've listened to lecture or whatever, I'll rewrite it and take notes, because it just kind of helps me remember things when I do it multiple times.
Yeah, not really sometimes. I'll be lazy though. Most of the time I was like, oh, okay, I got to study, because if I was going to fail, I say, I'll be stressed out.
To study, I think about the material, run over everything once in my head, and then call it a day.
Most of my finals are final projects or last-minute assignments, so pretty much just writing all those papers is my finals.
Obviously, I go to the library every day. I'm in student center, grab a coffee. I'm addicted to caffeine, so it helps. And yeah, just get ready, talk with my teacher, ask them what is going to be required, what they are expecting from us, and yeah.
Northwestern's SGA will host its annual Coffee and Cram Monday through Thursday of Finals Week. More information about the event can be found on their social media pages. Jaxie, are you relying on Ranger spirit, or are you cramming?
I would say I'm relying on that Ranger spirit to carry me through my last week of finals ever. So, what about you, Megan?
I'm definitely relying on that Ranger spirit. Well, that's a look at this week's headlines. This will be our final newscast for the spring semester, but be sure and join us right back here this fall.
Until then, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook. We'll see you next time.